Let me at him!
Well, there it is. Hello and welcome to a Shoutcast series. Shoutcast series by myself, WTii. And we're going to be watching several games played. A best of 3 between Tiger, a red orc at the top left, and he's going to be playing against, well, Xelsing, a yellow orc on the bottom right. So this is a mirror match that we're going to be getting to enjoy, and that's actually kind of good because orcs require a fair bit of skill, in my opinion, to pull off. So we should see some pretty neat micro. I believe these games are pulled out of the Strive Cup, whatever the heck that is. Like I've said before, I don't particularly keep with it in terms of professional Warcraft 3, but look at this tryhard. He's manually selecting these peons and actively sending them back to their mine. I know that Domino and I think Sexy Time do that because they're tryhards as well. Yeah, the map is Ancient Isles. This is a map that you will see if you play on Warcraft 3 Arena. I don't think it's on Battlenet, although I could be wrong. But I definitely remember it more from Warcraft 3 Arena than I do from the actual official Battlenet. So we're going to see these two orcs go at it, and I assume that we're going to see probably very similar stuff to begin with, but it's just curious as to where the game will go past that point. Obviously both going Blade Masters. You can see the build order right now, so you get yourself your altar, your burrow, then your barracks, and then another burrow once you hit 16 food. You don't carry on building peons until that magical moment where you can get a grunt. So 200 food will come in. So we're looking at Xelsing, he's got his 200 food, grunt comes out, and then what he's probably going to do is get himself a shop here. In case you're curious about the build order, I do have a video regarding build orders. Just look up on the channel WTiiWarcraft and you'll be able to find all the build orders for this kind of stuff, the standard build order. So you've got your grunt and that, and then you might get yourself another peon, which you will do, and then pretty much it's straightforward from there. You'll get yourself another couple of grunts and tech somewhere in between that point. So the first Blade Master is out, and that Blade Master belongs to Xelsing. Meanwhile, Tiger's Blade Master is just very shortly behind alongside his grunt. So is he going to be aggressive or is he going to start creeping? Both look like they're probably heading towards a shop here, so I'm going to have to observe. Well, I'm going to observe the observers. It's only Tiger who's gone to the shop and he's picked himself up Dust of Appearance and Circlet of Nobility, swapping those around. Meanwhile, Xelsing's deciding to creep his nearby orange camp. He should be able to bring down the Ogre Magi just before Tiger gets there, just in time, and he picks himself up a Ring of Protection +2. That is not a very good item. Dust of Appearance being used there by Xelsing. Or rather, Tiger. I'm going to have to get that into my head. Tiger's the red one for now. Although we'll see how the future replays go. Because I do have 3 replays to cast, and they will be going in single video forms. So Xelsing's just trying to hold out at the moment. I believe he did probably want to pick up an item or two from his shop, but has he got the gold to do it? I said, well, look, he's got 126 gold, so he can pop in and get himself a little bit of a healing salve. He's teching, and meanwhile we can see both players are teching and they're going to be on the same level. Is he going to be able to get any healing salves off? Can he run away from Tiger in time? Will Tiger be able to catch up with him? Ooh, he's really trying to hone in on his position here. And Xelsing just wants to make sure that before he uses that healing salve, there you go. He's the maximum distance away from his opponent, which he'll probably start using at any moment now. I'm surprised he hasn't, actually. Although Tiger does have another Windwalk, so he could catch up. He notices that Tiger does go off into position. He uses his healing salve and his clarity potion and then goes into a Windwalk, so he can guarantee it. Tiger takes a guess there with the Dust of Appearance, hoping that he can pick off and find Xelsing, but he couldn't that time, so Xelsing's safe for now. 3 grunts approaching towards the nearby natural expansion for Xelsing. More grunts coming out to follow. 29 food cap for him right now. Tiger's looking at 26 food. Heading towards Xelsing's base. He looks a little lost right now. Xelsing not taking his natural expansion, going for a safer green creep camp here, and I'm sure he's going to probably try and take the shop on afterwards if he thinks it's safe enough to do so. Tiger really wants to find his opponent. He seems to be a very aggressive player from what we can see this game. He's just running around looking for an opportunity to gank, to attack his opponent, but it's not working well for him right now because Xelsing's managed to notch himself up to level 2. He's going to get himself critical strike and he's going to be able to do some decent damage if he can get away with creeping this camp. But Tiger's spotted him, but his hero is miles away. But does Xelsing know that? Does he know that? Is he still going to go for it? I can assume that he's going to go for it because he's in a good position here. Forest Troll Berserkers go down quite quickly to Grunts, and Blade Master does awesome damage. We have got boosted speed, but Xelsing does decide to chase versus these Grunts. He doesn't want to try taking on the creep camp, and this is some lovely body block slash movement micro we're seeing here. Tiny subtle things, but it's allowing Xelsing to get a couple of extra hits in there with the Blade Master, which can be critical early on in the game at this point. Both players must be very close to hitting that tier 2 point, so we're going to see what they're both going to be building. We can pretty much assume it's going to be a Bestiary and a Spirit Lodge, but we better keep an eye on that. Xelsing really going heavy on Tiger's hero. He knows he can safely do this because he has the opportunity for critical strikes, whereas Tiger is still level 1, so he only has Windwalk. So in a hero versus hero battle, Xelsing's Blade Master is definitely going to be the victorious one. Now, what are you going to be building? Bestiary. So we've got Bestiary and a Spirit Lodge already in production right now for Xelsing, and he's got himself Berserker Strength. So he's looking in a very strong position right now. He's won the little skirmishes that they've had. Tiger's wasted quite a lot of opportunity, time to be creeping, which he could have been doing, but he instead decided to see if he could pick his opponent off whilst he was creeping, but he didn't get fortunate enough to catch him. So that's a little bit unfortunate right there. And we've got Tiger with the Spirit Lodge and the Bestiary following behind, but it's almost already up for Xelsing, and he looks like he's... These Grunts are kind of bored, aren't they? They're like, we'll just let you take this, Mr. Blade Master. What is he called anyway? He's called Mazuru. So Xelsing's rocking Mazuru, the Blade Master, and Tiger's got Mikasa. Mazuru and Mikasa. Sounds like something off the fucking Lion King. Jesus. Okay, we've got a Shadow Hunter. Oh my god, he's called Mezul Kree. Mazuzu, or something like that. Mikasa and Mezul Kree. What's with the M's? Anyway, Tiger actually manages to pick off this shop, creep camp, which is quite nice for him. Sentry wards, actually that's pretty good item, especially versus Blade Master, and obviously keeping an eye on your opponent, seeing where they're coming in. Orc like to sort of put pressure on their opponents when they feel confident and comfortable enough to do so, particularly because of units such as Raiders. They have pillage, they can get extra damage whilst assaulting enemy buildings, and it just forces the enemy to teleport and respond. And Orc can run away because they can get themselves scrolls of speed. Lovely Hex there on the Overseer, making him relatively useless for that time being. Does look like Tiger's going to be able to pick off this Overseer, so Tiger is coming back here a little bit. Xelsing's been doing some running around, but he has actually got an opportunity here to do a lot of damage to the Shadow Hunter, which is going to force Tiger to totally run back here, because the Shadow Hunter is a really key component in the Orc army, and he doesn't want to have a fight where, well, he's already starting off on half health. You want to be nice and comfortable with your Shadow Hunter, because that Blade Master can do a lot of damage very quickly. Xelsing, that was interesting. That hit went off, but the creep didn't aggro. That was bizarre. I'm pretty sure that went off. But anyway, that's bizarre. So we've got Spirit Walkers here. They're going to distribute out some... well, additional support for the Orc army, because what they'll do is they'll throw down Spirit Link, which is going to distribute the damage taken between like 3 to 4 units. And this, as you can see right now, it just basically reduces the amount of damage a unit might take if it's being focus fired. It'll be spread out amongst multiple units, providing that Spirit Link stays up, which it should do early on at this point. What was Xelsing rocking? He's got 49 food, so he's sitting very comfortably. 2 Spirit Walkers, 2 Raiders, and 4 Grunts alongside a level 2, soon to be level 3 Blade Master, and a level 1 Shadow Hunter. We've got Tiger, who's approaching the middle point at this moment, healing up. He's got himself a scroll of healing, and there's Wander the Wind. He might be looking to actually do some real damage at this point. So he's at an opportunity here. His Blade Master spotted his opponent. Level 2 now for the Shadow Hunter of Xelsing. Although Xelsing has access to the shop. He's got himself a level 3 Blade Master. Both players have picked up a scroll of healing each. One of the differences is that Xelsing's Blade Master, if we can ever freaking find him. There we go. He's been spotted. He has got himself a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, which is really important right now. This is horrible. What a pilot. Oh my goodness. How did this happen? He has actually managed just about to escape. There are peons coming in now for Tiger. So Tiger looks like he wants to end this game, and rather quickly, because those are some early peons added to the army. I mean, this is definitely something that a lot of players will do as Orc. The peons work very nicely when you cast Spirit Link on them, providing they are alongside other units such as Grunts and Blade Masters, because peons will not be auto-attacked. If you move into your opponent's army and they have peons, your units will not target peons. So they're basically just like an additional health buffer for your army, especially if you have Spirit Link. So that's why you see a lot of Orc players use peons. So Tiger didn't look like he got himself into a fight in the middle, so he's decided to use these peons to help himself take this natural expansion and boost himself up. He's probably going to want a level 3 Blade Master before he really does engage, but he's run out of spots to creep for the moment, except for this one right here. He could take that on with the Blade Master alone, but it looks like he knows, because he's got this Sentry Ward, that his opponent is down here, and he wants to gank. Maybe he wants to get level 3 that way, but this is going to cost him the game. He's moving in there. Raiders throwing down the ensnare, and other Raiders. Wander the Wind on Blade Master. That's going to reduce the damage output of Xelsing by a large margin, as long as Wander the Wind stays on that Blade Master, which it is. We're seeing healing waves go down. We're going to see some scrolls of healing soon, just to keep up these units. You can see the Spirit Link now being distributed. Peons coming in for Xelsing, so this is a mass peon fest. Right now, there we go, level 3 Tiger on his Blade Master. A Shadow Hunter going down, rather Spirit Walker going down. Apologies, not a Shadow Hunter. And we've got, this just looks like a mess, doesn't it? We have got a Kodo for Tiger here, so that's going to provide an additional boost of damage towards his units. Tiger just trying to keep his Spirit Walkers alive. Oh my goodness, he did actually manage to pick off a Grunt there with Devour with his Kodo, so that's removed a free food unit. That's going to be doing additional damage to Raiders. A lot of running around here from Tiger. Meanwhile, it looks like Xelsing's in a horrible situation where he's being cut off by peons, because there's just so many he actually can't get his Shadow Hunter out, but his Shadow Hunter is safe at the moment. Kodo Beast taking quite a lot of threat here. Hex trying to bring down the Kodo Beast. That will possibly... No, that isn't even the one with the grunt in it. He's actually speeder scrolled, got it out. Again with the Spirit Walker. Oh my goodness, this is really messy. You can see like there is a lot of subtle micro going on in between this battle. Spirit Walker's staying alive just a little bit longer with Ethereal form. And we've got another Kodo Beast coming into the mix. You get a lot of Kodo Beasts at this point, but unfortunately Tiger's going to be able to pick off this one very quickly. It's going to be a nice bit of experience. Level 3 Shadow Hunter as well, so that's level 2 Healing Wave. Now we've got Xelsing inside of the main base, probably hoping to pick off any units that will be rallying towards his base, such as this Raider. If he can get a Hex off there, chase it down. Looks like he's actually going for the Burrow instead. This is a bizarre move because, well, he's not got much left at his base and he's going to have to do something to defend it. He's starting to research Pillage, which is even more bizarre because it's a base race, but Tiger has a hell of a lot more units to base race with. I'm just saying it right now. He's even got peons, and I can imagine they've actually got pillage on them as well. So peons actually benefit from the pillage buff, so you can actually get gold and wood back from attacking buildings with your peons. But I think Raiders do a slightly better job of it. As you can see, there are no actual upgrades on any of these units, because typically you just don't do that. You get yourself 50 food, get yourself a few grunts, few raiders, few spirit walkers, a Kodo Beast, concentrate on the Blade Master and the Shadow Hunter, and that is pretty much the focus of your army as an Orc player. The peons come in just as a health buffer, as mentioned before, an additional support for the army, because generally once you've got enough wood as Orc, you don't really need any more. This is actually, in a strange way, working out kind of well for Xelsing. I still can't imagine he's going to win this base race unless he can put down some buildings and craftily get away with it, because his unit count is far lower than Tiger's right now, who is just absolutely a dominant force within Xelsing's base. Very good comeback here for Tiger, to be quite frank, because it was looking very comfortable for Xelsing. Most of this game had gone very well for him, but apparently that little fight, that little scuffle down here at this position just did not pay off too well for Xelsing. He did bring his peons in, but did they come in a little bit too late? I don't think so. I think he did a good job bringing those peons in anticipation for the inevitable fight that was to come. It just didn't work out. He's got a level 2 Shadow Hunter, so his healing waves aren't going to be kicking up so much of a fight. We've got Health Stone for Mazuru, the Blade Master, so at least he can take a lot of damage. This is a bizarre one, but it does look like Xelsing's got no buildings left in the moment. I don't see, if we just literally pause the game in a moment, he has no other buildings. So 3, 2, 1. No? Oh, there you go. He just puts down the burrow a split second, and now he's put down another burrow somewhere, maybe over here. No, that is it. That is truly it. Well done. So, Tiger taking the victory there in a nice little comeback. Very neat. Very nice. Okay, well, I will be covering the remaining couple of games, so if you wish to watch those, then click the links and all of that, because they'll be part of this series, Shoutcast series that I'm doing right now. So stay tuned for that. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching. Support the video, subscribe, like and comment, favourite, all of that kind of stuff. Check out the Patreon, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.